Let's get it started in here.
Welcome to Letters Alive. This is augmented reality, and it's the first augmented reality to be used in a curriculum setting in the world. And what letter is this? And after about the 10th letter, how bored are the children?
Bored, really bored.
How bored are you?
I'm bored.
You're bored. You're probably more bored than they are. Well, here we have our interactive cards. These are our interactive cards with our animals. These are intelligent animals. And notice I'm actually holding the card in my hand. I can move this card. I can look at the animal. It is 3D. And we have Percy. And look at Percy. He fans out those feathers for us real nice. He's got to show them off. Now see how I can hold this card and I can move it around and I can look at all of the dimensions of the animal. It's pretty cool stuff, huh?
Yes.
So now we've got the bear, Brody Bear. And so I can now change this. If I change this card into letter mode, you'll see that I get the letter. I can also hold the letter in my hand and move it around. I can change it to lowercase b. And then I can also hear what letter it is. And I can hear the sound. And if it had a second sound, for instance, we have a second sound, so we can change this to the E. E, the elephant. Okay, and we can listen to the sound. We have letter E, and we have E, and then we have E, right? So we have the sounds. And that's a big part of understanding the alphabet, is being able not only to recognize the letter, but to recognize the sound that it makes. How many sounds does G have? 2, right? So if we change this to G, and we have J, and we have J. So now we can hear the 2 sounds. So as we go through the alphabet, we can now introduce kids not only to the letters, but to the sounds as well. So think of this in a learning center where your students could actually have these cards in their hands and they're hearing the letter sounds, and you don't have to be right there saying, Johnny, you're not saying that sound right. They can hear it themselves. These are virtual buttons that are very easy for the students to use. And now I'm also making a real-life connection for them. It's also nice for the students to hear or know that every animal has its own unique sound, just like every letter has its own unique sound. Once we've gone through that, and the kids have learned all the alphabet and the sounds and the letters, we also need to introduce sight words. And sight words play an important part of building the reading process. So let's go ahead and build a couple of sentences. We're going to start with the. Dolphin. Can. And swim. And he's swimming. The kids can see the actual sentence up here that the dolphin can swim. We can even listen to the sentence. The dolphin can swim. We'll start with the. Frog. And what are some of the things that a frog can do? All right, watch them. I'm going to build some sentences. So I've got some sight word cards here, and let's see what the iguana can do. There we go. Can. There. The iguana can. What can the iguana do? What do all animals have to do to survive? Eat. So we also have some action cards here. And I'm going to put down my action card for eat. And look. Our iguana starts to eat. So do you see we're starting to talk about the animal's environment, what they eat, where they live. And so I can actually start to make some cross-curricular connections here with science as well. All right, so here's our lion. If you take any of our letter cards and I would put down the video card with it, and you're going to get a video of that animal.
Oh, goodness.
In its natural environment. So again, I can pick up this card. I can hold it in my hand. I can turn it around. I can actually turn it 360 degrees. We also want to just talk about the animal in general and maybe the habitat or the environment that the animal is in. Right? And you can see the animal that's in his habitat. We also have and each of the animals have video for their own habitat. The dolphin is, let's look at some color words. What color is the dolphin? Gray. Well, let's look at the dolphin as red. Now notice because I have a sentence up here, it's put a punctuation mark at the end. I have a period at the end because that was it was a good sentence. So if you have this in a learning center, you give your students the cards and they don't make a sentence because they put 4 random words, no punctuation is going to come up at the end of that sentence. I'm going to take this same sentence, and this time instead of it being a statement, I'm going to make it a question. So now my question mark pops up and we know that this is a question sentence. If I push the green button,
Is the dolphin yellow?
with all 4 cards down, it reads the whole sentence to me. Is the dolphin yellow? Let's try the frog. The frog can
Jump.
The frog can jump. Look at that. And so not only is the frog making the action of jumping, so the kids are going to remember this. Here's the sentence up here, right? With a period at the end, capital letter T, so it is a full proper sentence. We can listen to the sentence.
The frog can jump.
So we brought in quite a few learning styles here. We've got an auditory, we've got visual, and if the kids were actually putting these down, we would have kinesthetic. We just don't have the sense of smell. Who wants to smell frogs anyways, right? See, can Gertie jump?
Jump.
No, Gertie can't jump. How about swimming? Do we think Gertie can swim?
Swim.
She can swim. How about run? Do we think Gertie can run?
Run.
Boy, you know Gertie well. Gertie can run. How about fly?
Fly.
Probably not. Do we think Tommy Toucan can fly?
Can. Fly.
Fly. Here he goes. He can fly. We can also change the orientation of the sentence, so we can change it from actually being a sentence to being a question. So here we go. We'll go. Can.
Can.
The. Toucan.
Fly.
So notice that before it made the can capital, and we have the question mark for fly, for the question that it is. So this is augmented reality, and it's a very cool way to teach reading. But on top of that, we also have curriculum that we've developed for that very purpose of teaching reading. It's in this nice, neat box, and inside this box, you're going to find lesson plans for every letter. So let me show you what our unit guide looks like. This is a quick overview. We've broken it down into the different types of animals. So you have mountain animals, farm animals, desert animals. You're also going to get the lessons with each letter, along with targeted word families that we cover in those lessons, and the targeted sight words for that unit or that lesson. Every letter has a complete lesson with it. You're going to get day-by-day activities that you can use as ideas. And then you're also going to get, this is my favorite part because I always wanted to do that whole group or small group, especially in kindergarten, reading instruction. So you're going to get a story. Our story Looks like this. And it's actually 2 pages, so these are all coming digitally, so you can print a copy of this for every student if you wanted. So now you have a book in their hands. Cute little Dr. Seuss type book, if you will, on Henry Horse. And you're also going to get some activity sheets. So you're going to get the letter sound activity sheet. You're also going to get a comprehension activity sheet that works with the story. You're going to get a sight word activity sheet that will work with those targeted sight words. You get a handwriting sheet, and I have a sample of that right here. Handwriting for every letter.
Do you have Danielian?
We do not have Danielian yet. We do not have Danielian yet. And then we do have a coloring sheet / story sheet where the students are going to get to change that story that they heard and recreate a new one. Now the beauty of the software and of these digital materials is if you do have an interactive whiteboard, any interactive whiteboard, you can easily complete these activity sheets right from the board. If I had $1 for every time I've done that, I'd be a rich, rich woman. You're also going to get the 26 alphabet cards. You get 94 sight word cards. With the 94 cards, that includes 12 of your action words. It's going to make the animals move and interact. And you're going to get 7 of the color word cards. You will get a tutorial card that looks very similar, works just like the video card. When you put it down, you'll get a nice video popping out showing you, walking you through step by step, you know, some tips and tricks to get you and your students started. You get the video card. When you put down the video card with any of the letter cards, it's going to bring up that video from the animal's habitat. Freeze cards. So we have the freeze cards. So as you're introducing the letter, then you can hold this up to the classroom and then maybe put it up on the bulletin board after you've taught the letter or introduced it. You get your neoprene card mat, which is this mat here. This is what you lay your cards down on so that the software will read the cards. You're going to get your USB drive, your dongle that includes the software and all of the digital content. All right, so what question do you have for me? How much does it cost? That's what everybody wants to know, right? The software alone, which comes with everything I just showed you, is $595. We do have a bundle right now that includes the 3-cam. If you want the software and the 3-cam, that's only $890. So for less than $1,000, you're getting a document camera and an amazing piece of software. We recommend that you have a very up-to-date computer. On the back of our brochure are what the recommended requirements. So if you need a newer laptop, we are also offering it with a laptop bundle for $1525. It doesn't work with Mac. We are currently putting that out. We're hoping that that's available mid-March or April for Mac. Okay? And then if you need sound, we've also included sound here as an option because without sound, you're not going to hear the animals or get to hear their letter sounds. If you have any questions, we've got some sales reps out here to answer them. Feel free. Thank you very much.
Hey team, you just saw the demo that we did at the Florida show last week, so you're going to get the same exact thing. But the one thing that we didn't do at the show, and that was root words. So part of Letters Alive is everything you saw there, but root words is also in there. So in a few minutes you're going to see the whole how to demo root words, which is a big deal for customers or educators. Also, when you get your sales demo dongle, it's a subset of the full package, okay? So you're only going to be able to use a certain amount of cards, which you're going to get with your sales dongle to use. Now, when you load it on your system, you're going to see 3 icons. One is a picture of a giraffe, and that's the Letters Alive. The other one is a picture of a rooster. That's the root word. So when you're ready to demo root words, you're going to click on the rooster. And the third icon we threw in is the t-shirts, which is the AR Alive logo, and that will allow you to demo the t-shirts with the animal popping out with AR Alive And we're going to also include that, and this is a new thing we just decided to do, we're going to include that in the Letters Alive package we sell to customers. So if a teacher wants to buy our AR Alive t-shirt online for her or her kids, they can have fun with doing t-shirts and animals in the classroom. So we're throwing that in free of charge. So good luck, happy selling.
The letter A. The letter T. A. T. A. T. The letter C. K. A. T. K. A. T. The letter B. The letter A. The letter T. B. A. T. B. A. T. B. A. T. The letter H. The letter A. The letter T. H. A. T. H. A. T.
Go ahead.